On social media, the hashtag #JustAskDon'tGrab has encouraged hundreds of disabled men and women across the world to report their experiences of unwanted touching. Some are so fed up with people manhandling them without their permission, they're now taking their own action to stop it from happening. One woman in Canada has even added spikes to her wheelchair to act as a deterrent. Harry Lowe is a journalist at BBC Ouch, the BBC's new platform for issues surrounding disability. He's been covering the story and told me more about these makeshift wheelchair spikes in Canada.
So there's a woman called Bronwyn Berg in Canada, and she was very scarily taken along without her permission by a man in her wheelchair. And he started pushing her at speed, and despite asking him to stop, he did not, and nobody else around intervened. So after this incident, when she was in spaces with lots of other people, when she heard the sound of approaching footsteps, she started to get quite concerned. Her boyfriend, who is also a wheelchair user, designed these spikes, which he's put on the handles of the wheelchair. So they're not on the wheels, which a lot of people think when you tell them there are spikes on the wheelchair. They're on the handles. They wouldn't puncture the skin. They wouldn't harm anybody, but they act significantly as a deterrent.
How widespread of a problem is this?
I think it's a lot more common than people realise, actually. Most people are very well-intentioned. They're trying to do it to be helpful, but they don't actually ask the person that they're trying to, quote-unquote, help in the first place. And if you don't ask somebody whether they want to be helped, then you don't know whether they're actually in need of help and also what that help might look like and the best way to help somebody. So Bronwyn did say to me that sometimes she might be going up a big hill. She'd like somebody to offer help and push her up, but if she was just pushed without being asked, then she doesn't know if their intentions are good, and it's a surprise, and it can be to some wheelchair users very painful.
And what about this hashtag that's emerged, Just Ask, Don't Grab? It's emerged on social media. Where's it come from, and what other stories have come from it?
Yeah, that was set up by a woman called Dr. Amy Kavanagh, and she had similar experience. She's a visually impaired woman, and she had people pushing her across the road, guiding her to places that she didn't necessarily want to go. And so she decided to try and encourage people to have a conversation with her before offering, again, help that she didn't necessarily need or wasn't all that helpful. So she set up this hashtag, Just Ask, Don't Grab, and loads of people have been getting in touch using that hashtag ever since. And some of the stories are, you wouldn't quite believe it. One woman here called Kirsty Farnfield wrote that pushing my wheelchair can cause injury and expensive damage to my chair. Touching me even lightly can cause excruciating pain. Whereas if you just ask somebody, you'd know that that's not appropriate for them and move on.
Harry Lowe